spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of jank, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of electronics repair. This is the BigBadBench Wide World of Jank.
Thank you to all my patrons. Hello everyone. I don't even want to do the stream today. I just want to watch that video again. But I guess we should do some stuff. Take a look at all this stuff while I say hi to folks in the chat. Look at this. Look at this thing right here. This says it's a SCSI drive. Where's our part number? A3320A. But look at the back of that guy. That is unlike any SCSI I've ever seen. So let me say hi to folks who all here. We got All Things DG, Dave's Vintage Apple Tag, Duro 20, Mac 84, Hardware Hacker, Trina's Technobabble, Gut Bomb. Sorry. Asmodeus Devil Luke, Mr. Tech Gadget, Fel Temperatio, hello. Tech Ambrosia, hello. Brad Bell, hello. Rudy's Retro Intel, Did I miss anyone? Asmodeus Devil Luke, I think I said you. All right, sorry if I missed anyone. Say hi again. So yeah, hey, it's Starbuck. I forget which. I'm only seeing a screen name, so I don't know which Starbuck this is. Hello. So if you wanted to see the FM Towns machine, that one wound up being a lot more dirty than I thought. I remember someone said in the chat that, is that cigarette smoke? And I think I said no. But once alcohol started hitting the boards, the cigarette smell was coming out. These are all the caps I've replaced from that machine so far. So I'm making progress on this machine, but it had a nice fine layer of cigarette dust all over it. So I'm going very carefully through everything and just cleaning everything. And it's just very tedious and it's taking a long time. Both Starbucks are here. Hello, Starbucks. So yeah, I'm making progress. Most of the boards are recapped. I still need to do the CD drive. I really only found like 3 super bad caps on that thing. But it's a big project. A little bigger than I thought. So anyway, today we're gonna take a look at what's inside this drive enclosure, and I couldn't find the post. I asked on Tech Knight's Discord what this went to, and it's rattling. Someone on his Discord, and I can't find the post, or else I'd thank them directly. But they found what kind of machine this came from, and it seemed like it's from some sort of a server enclosure thing for SCSI drives, and these slide in. But if you're looking at this, it's basically it's a new bus slot. So here's a new bus SCSI card. This is 100% just a new bus slot that they reused. So this is not your normal SCSI, but it's supposed to be a differential SCSI. And so what the heck is differential SCSI? We're all familiar with our blue SCSIs. We got our 50 pin. There's all manner of different connectors for SCSI, whether we're dealing with the external 25, you could have the external 50s. And differential SCSI can have the same exact kind of connectors, right? Here's a 50 pin that goes to this particular card. We have a extra external thingy here. But differential SCSI, instead of just like a signal, or I guess I could go this way, you know, like a signal doing things, differential SCSI kind of has two signals that are opposite from one another. And so if we look at like a blue SCSI, I don't actually know if they did it on the blue SCSI, but if you look at a lot of pinouts for 50 pin SCSI internal connectors, a lot of them are all just grounded together and they don't do a whole lot. In differential SCSI, a bunch of them actually do stuff. And so you can't just plug a blue SCSI onto a differential SCSI chain, even though it's SCSI shaped. So hence my thumbnail, right? It's all, well, actually this is not SCSI shaped. I don't know what the hell's going on there. So this is what's called the Corvette Turbo card. And today we're working on my IBM PS2 Model 80. All things PS2 are just super expensive and stupid, but I came across one of these SCSI cards really cheap, and I was like, let's just screw around with it. This is the slot it needs to go into because everything with microchannel architecture, it has to be programmed into the CMOS, and it's a mess. But anyway, this should be all set up and happy. This is the original ESDI drive. This is a memory expansion card. This is our SCSI card. This is an XGA2 card, or I forget if it's the XGA or XGA2 card. Basically just a little bit better video for this thing. So one of the issues is it stores most of the information about the configuration on the CMOS, but then it also stores a little bit on the hard drive itself, which is really annoying. You'll notice later when we boot this thing up, it counts, there's 2 megs of RAM. This also looks like a new bus slot. Let's see, do we get infinite SCSI if we just plug these 2 things into? Yeah, that's a new bus slot. The RAM is proprietary. I mean, this RAM is also sort of proprietary, even though it looks like 72 pin. The RAM is weird on these things, so this has 2 megs built in, but it'll count the original 2 megs, and then you'll hear the hard drive click on, and then it decides to boot the rest of the way and count the additional 14 megs that are on this thing. So the other problem is that this drive, every once in a while, it either makes a really awful noise or it totally, clicks out. Like I was using it this morning and it just totally shut off in the middle of using it, and then it booted back up. And so it's needed for storing like stuff to make it boot up. You need a drive in your PS2 basically, but also it's dying. And so yeah, you need ADF files to configure. There's a boot configuration. So what I'm hoping is that there's a nice little 50 pin differential SCSI drive hiding in this thing. So let's do that. And I think I saw more people pop in. Yeah, new bus. Brad Bell, are those doorknob size thumb screws? Yeah, this is how you hold your hard drive in. It's like on a little thing, and then you slide this back and forth. Yeah, very substantial. Quick tip to anyone that is thinking about getting into PS2 stuff, there is nasty foam. There used to be a ton of nasty foam in here, and it's decomposing and it goes everywhere and it makes you sticky. And I got rid of most of it, but there's still stuff hiding around. And it encourages corrosion when it sticks to things. It's just not good stuff. Let's see who else is here. Bill Goats, hello. And Electric Vibes, hello. Camera, hello. Yes, gotta love those ADF files. So I don't see anything holding this together. There's like a couple of clips here. I don't see any visible screws. Yes, Trina's streaming this afternoon, so make sure to go check that out. There's there we go. This little tray comes out. And there's nothing. Okay. There's nothing in there. Oh yeah, PS2 and the Model 80, or these 5.25 inch full height drives. We might need to take this out later when we try the CPU upgrade. That's the reason why those are there. I see a little clip here, and I see a little clip here. So, yep, that popped that out. Yeah, this one is ESDI interface. My PS2 Model 60 has an MFM. Okay, so there's our clone. Clone. What is it? It's just an empty case. Oh, okay, yeah. Here's one of our things that was floating around in there. And we have just the metal cage. Again, I don't see any screws. Maybe this thing just doesn't have screws. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm pulling on this guy. And that came out. Okay. Just an empty. Ooh, sorry. So here we have a thing that says differential. Oh, Barracuda. So this is going to be a Seagate drive. Got a LED indicator, a multicolor LED. That's always fun. Hey, Mark from Millennium Max. Did I say hi to I8320A6SX? Hello. Uh-oh. I just heard a thing drop in here. Maybe it's... Oh, yep. It's just another one of these pieces of plastic. Oh. Always work over top of the computer that you want to work on. That's, yeah, there's another clip. So there's clips missing from somewhere. Oh, right here. So I guess someone was in here before me. So finding differential SCSI drives can be kind of annoying. They tend to be kind of expensive. So that's why when I was searching on eBay, this one came up and it was relatively cheap. Even though I couldn't tell what the heck it was, I was like, well, it's cheap, so let's try that. If it doesn't go on the computer, it goes on the floor. Yes. Okay, there goes that. There's the bottom of our tray. Nothing exciting there. On the floor with the dog hair. Okay. Bottom of that thing. It's a little dusty. This is not brand new. Okay. This should be a 4 gigabyte hard drive. i8320A6SX. Okay. And so then... Okay, so this sucks. Alright, so this is an 80-pin SCA interface. That's not what I was hoping to see. But I guess that makes sense if they have this 96-pin interface here. SCA is an 80-pin interface. I think it stands for Simple Component Adapter or something along those lines. So luckily, I was just going through my stuff yesterday, and I think I have an SCA adapter. One moment, please. Yeah. So some crappy adapter, single connector assembly. So this is 68 pin SCSI, so this is like our ultra wide, and you can see that is not the same thing. I got a bunch of those around. I don't think any of them happen to have a nice 80 pin on one side. Nope. Okay, they go on the floor. What about these guys? Okay, so this one, nope, that's still 68 pin. Okay, you all go on the floor. Goodbye. Hey, it's Ian Scott. Hello. This is a fun little 68 pin to IDE adapter that somewhere along the line I picked up. That's fun. But that's not what we need either. But this is theoretically what we need. But I don't think this one's gonna work. So we see here, yes. Oh, no, yes. So you can see that part of the reason it has the you need the power connector. But if we look closely, hey, and it's Jack 68K. Remember when I was saying earlier about how all the differential, it uses some of these ones that are all tied together in differential SCSI. So I have a feeling this is not going to work because these are all tied together. These are not the right thing. So yeah, hey Riley Scoot. Yeah, the disc is an 80 pin SCA and differential SCSI. So, well, we're gonna try it. What's the worst that can happen? We can make a fire, right? So yeah, that would be a nice thing. If someone could figure out a way to convert SCA, or not SCA, just differential SCSI to regular SCSI. There are chips out there that do it, but the individual chips are very expensive, and then you got to make a board to support it. I already have. Nope, that's not what we need. I need the Y adapter. There we go. This is the adapter we need. Oh, Trina might make a fire this afternoon. There you go. Nice. These little adapters. The insides can be so sloppy. You can see as you try to plug it. Look at those guys wiggle in there. Yes, there are two types of differential. I think anything this age should all be low voltage differential. So I think it should be fine. Okay. All right. Let's use that the bottom of this thing. Do that like that. So that you can see the drive. This is going to be loud. I apologize. This machine is loud. Oh yeah, this is the other thing. This is the only way I can really get a lot of files on and off is using a zip drive. And they are starting to fail. So microchannel machines, I love them. It's how I sort of got my start in working on PCs, but man, what a pain in the butt they are these days. All right, let's go. 3, 2, oh, actually, I have my configuration disk. Oh, that's a good point. I8320A. He's been talking about these parallel to SD adapters. That would be a good thing to try. Hello, Wasteland Wanderer. All right, so I have my configuration disk in there. So let's start this. 3, 2, 1. I think the SCSI drive is spinning. That's something. Alright, so let's go to this. Nope, here we go. So reference disk. Let's set configuration. The other thing is the floppy drives need to be recapped, so that's always fun. Could not find the SCSI adapter that was previously configured. Oh man. Alright, let's run automatic configuration. Oh, IBM. This is fun. Oh. As it said that, I just heard the drive make a noise. Okay. Let's exit. Let's restart. Let's see what happens. So you can see we've counted up our first 2 megs of RAM that's on the built-in card. We're going to hear a click from the hard drive. There it goes. Okay, you heard that extra activity, and now it's counting the rest of the RAM. Yeah, we don't have a ton of temperature shifts in the workshop right now. It's all cold to cold. Wasteland Wanderer, the Great White North. Oh, are you up in Canada? Yes, there should be a jumper that you can set on the drive or on the SCSI adapter that will let it. Oh, I heard a click. Is that actually working? Do some F disk. Nope. It doesn't see the other drive. Okay. Let's go back into the configuration. Well, so it doesn't see the drive. So if that Barracuda drive had been detected, we would get it on F disk. We would be able to change which drive we were in. So it's not seeing it. There's not like a nice little SCSI probe for PC that works nicely. Let's restart the computer and go back into the configuration program. Well, it does that sometimes with the that's an XGA adapter error. Oh, you think we might need to change the SCSI ID to see if it needs a certain ID. Sometimes they do need ID 6 in order to be configured to be one of the boot drives, which might be an issue. Let's go back to this and see if anything shows up. Hey, it's Eric Helgeson. Hello. Eric Helgeson, we need you to develop a differential blue SCSI. Let's go to view configuration. We got that. I got that guy. Oh, there's that. Nope. Okay, so that's not showing us anything. Oh, exit. Sorry. Set and view SCSI. Oh man, why does it always do this? Could not find the SCSI adapter that was previously configured. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, whatever. So if we go here, oh, that just changes that. So that doesn't let us configure our SCSI ID. All right, let's get out of here. Let's see if we can. Yeah, that's not as happy. Okay, let's go back to here. So the ADF file for that SCSI card should be on here. I know I put it on there before. Okay, so hello, Jean-Francois. So I'm assuming so we have two different sets of jumpers here. What is this drive? ST15150DC. Let's see if there's anything about the jumpers that are on there. I doubt it. There is someone working on differential squishy SCSI. Well, there you go. That's exciting. That would be a massive, massive help. ST15150DC. I know there are certain IBM SCSI configure blah 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 blah. Some IBM SCSI controllers that require the drive to be set to SCSI ID 6. Hey, Sloopy. No, it's not working yet. I don't think it's gonna work because I don't think this is the right kind of SCA adapter. one moment. I'm just looking quickly here. Oh, there we go. SCSI ID6, J4. Okay. So this is, yep, J4. Oh, that's not for that drive though. Okay, here we go. Nope, that's not the right drive either. So luckily the manual is here. Shoot. All right, it doesn't have the configuration for this particular thing. All right, if you want to see what I'm doing, let me change this up real quick. There we go. There's this guy. Okay, this one's closest, I think. So we care about J4. Nope, that one's J5. All right, so that's not good either. All right, J4 here looks very similar. All right, let's assume this one's correct. So pin 1. So what I want to do is set this to ID6. Is this the same? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, well that's the same number that we have there. Yes, N is for narrow SCSI, but it's the same thing. So let's set this for 6 to however this thing is configured. Oh, that's not what we want to do. What happened there? Okay. Okay, let's try this. I don't think this is gonna... I don't think that's what that means, Sloopy. I'm not that bright, but I don't think that's what that means. These are totally the wrong jumpers. So they said this should be down here. Bloop. You might need to jump these with wire instead. Let's try that. Hello. You like your SCSI wide. Nice. All right, let's try that. I don't think this is going to work again because I don't think this is the right kind of SCA adapter. So I'm going to have to buy an SCA adapter. Oh, that's a good point. It's a single-ended. All right, let's try you again. Let's give you SCSI ID 6. Let's do our configuration dealie. Uh-oh. It's not happy about my video card. This is definitely spinning up. I can feel it looking for stuff. Dirty connector or a bad bridge chip. It could be a dirty connector. I did have to clean out all my slots because some of that nasty sticky foam got into some of the MCA slots. Let's go to here. Let's try this again. Ooh. Just made a more different noise. Let's run automatic configuration. Okay, let's see what happens. ST that get two of them in full sync, that would be weird. I did notice this is kind of bluish, the XGA card, so maybe there is like a little error. Oh, that wouldn't be good. Have some bad VRAM on your XGA card. It uses that stupid, what's that RAM called that's on the edge? Oh shoot, we don't want that. Gotta get rid of that. Okay, that should be gone now. Come on, boot, buddy. Yeah. Who just made that? Was it Necroware that made the mem test for video cards? Now we gotta wait for the rest of our RAM to count up. Necroware or Bits and Bolts? I forget who just made that. Shoot. I should properly attribute the work. I apologize. Duro, yes, there is an ADF for the RAM card separate. Okay, let's go to F disk. Oh, F disk. Nope. Okay, I'm pretty sure that SCA adapter is not appropriate for this use case. That sucks. All right. That's okay. We'll come back to this. We have so many things to come back to. All right, let's shut this down. Oh God, it sounds so bad. Yeah, this is was totally spun up. Okay. Oh. I was talking about the new one. So somebody just came up with a new, I think it was Necroware. All right, let's see if we can upgrade the CPU in this thing. Sometimes IBMs are a little picky about CPU upgrades. I can see where is the CPU? All right, let's pull out it was Bits and Bolts. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Let's pull out the hard drive. So yeah, sometimes IBMs don't like to have their hard drive or their CPUs upgraded for some unknown reason. Ow, I just got my finger caught in the hard drive bracket. So you slide this back, and then once it goes far enough back, you should be able to lift it up. There we go. She's a big boy. Look at that guy. Gotta love the IBM PCBs. I should probably look in there and make sure there aren't any ugly caps. Probably should do the power supply of this guy. I've done basically nothing to this since I got it, except for trying to clean out as much of the foam as I could. All right, so our hard drive, or our CPU is down there. It's a 38620. Let's try, so this is still going to run at 20 megahertz, but let's just try this first and see how it goes. Which one was pin 1? Oops, I should have checked that. I think it was, oh, Asmodeus was wrong. It was Necroware. Okay. Getting me all confused here. Come on, Asmodeus. I'm kidding. Okay, boop. Just gonna lube it up a little bit. It helps quite a bit with these low insertion force sockets. So I think pin 1 is over here, right there. Oh, let's just double check to make sure all the pins are in alignment, or somewhat in alignment. Oh, yep, nope. That one was not happy. Don't try to force a pin in when it's not happy. That can be real bad. Okay. I do have the math coprocessors to go along with these, yeah. Okay, yeah, that feels better. All right. It's in. Somehow. All right, have a good day, hardware hacker. Oh, clunk. Yeah, do your knobs. Make sure to ground this beast. Oh, that wasn't good. One of my ground pins came out. God, I hate these adapters. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. That's great. Okay. Bloop, 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 bloop. All right. Oh, we got to plug in the thing. And again, these look just like MFM drives, but they are not. With the dual ribbon cables. Okay, let's see. We're not going to need this today, so I'm going to get rid of that. Let's expose this to all its beautiful glory. All right, let's try this. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we got our angry beeps, but that could just be the video card again. Yep, that's the video card. Oh shoot, I forgot to benchmark it with the regular processor. Okay, well I did it earlier. Let's see if it gives us any other angry beeps. All right, it's not giving us a configuration error, so that's good. That's pretty good. All right, this is going. So I think it scored 10.1 frames per second in the low Doom benchmark. And I know the sysinfo was like half of what a 386 DX33 should have been, and it saw no cache anywhere on the thing. I was kind of running it just to make sure I had gotten all my DOS bench copied over. Love-hate relationship with Christmas. I understand that. I80386SX. Ooh, Gutbaum got a new crummy computer for a video. I don't know. I saw the guy near you drop the price on his Lisa. Did you get a Lisa? Let's go to this real quick. Let's see what sysinfo has to say. Oh, okay. It sees it as a Cyrix 48620. That's exciting. Let's see if it's still half the speed. Oh yeah, it's still like half the speed of a TX33. Oh, that's a shame. All right. Let's go to Doom. This is kind of excruciating. It's not a Mac. Does that mean that you bought another e-machine? The VIC-20. Ooh, a PC Junior. Yeah, it's a special kind of crummy PC Junior. This is sad. This poor little IBM. Ooh, with both keyboards. Do you have the monitor with it too? Yeah. Razzmatazz. This is about as good as we're going to get on this Model 80. At least for benchmarking. The full-size one is just far too excruciating to run. You can almost see what's happening, right? Look, that's a guy. That's finishing up. Check. Oh, while we're waiting, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that would be swell. Also got a Tandy 1000 to compare it to. Nice. Hello, Suika Pen. Yes. Well, technically this shouldn't be wide aspect. It's just that my monitor is wide and it's not great at scaling. This thing is working hard. Oh, it's working so hard. I'll be impressed if it's more than 10 FPS. I don't think it is. Now we have not enabled the cache, so the one of the benefits of this CPU compared to the 386 is that it has 1K of internal cache. So, you know, that's gonna just rock the world. Let's see if we get the same 10.1, I think is what it was. 10.54. Okay, so it's a slight upgrade. Slight upgrade. What did our sysinfo say? 17.4 for SIFS info. All right, somebody remember that. All right, so let's go back here and oops, shoot. Nope. dir/w. What's the name of that program for the cache thing? Look at this. I did not put that on there. BBBBB Brock. Oh, look at this. XXX. That means someone has Leisure Suit Larry installed on this guy. Star.exe. There it is. All right, CX486_CD, and I think we put Q here. That should have turned on our cache. So let's go back to DOS bench. And let's go back to system info. Let's see if that score is the same. Still the same. Okay. Let's go to cache check and see if it's actually using it. Nope. So if it were using it, these numbers would be different between 1 and 2. So this is the number of Ks of cache. So yeah. Nope. It's not actually enabled the cache. Dang. Oh, maybe I grabbed the wrong file. Oh, shoot. Maybe I didn't grab the right one. All right, so you're going to have to see my janky way that I connect, how I upload files to this thing. Okay, I grabbed the wrong thing, the wrong program. What CPU does the PC Junior have? Isn't it an 8088? Okay. This machine does not seem to have any cache. There we go. All right, let's quit and shut this down. And let's go back to here. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is, first, this is my USB zip drive. Listen to that thing. Here's my zip drive, the parallel one. And somewhere around here, I should have the electricity for this one. I gotta get one of those things that i80386SX was talking about. Parallel to SD. Okay, so we'll take this, put you in there. This still works in Windows 11. If you happen to need to transfer and you have Windows 11, they still work. Okay, so I copied that. Let's eject you. Oops. Oh, you jerk. If you eject from the bottom from Windows, it won't eject the disk. You have to go into like my PC. Now you can see it, and then you eject it from there. There we go. And now you can get rid of the drive. I like to keep my SCSI, my USB drives installed as little as possible, just in case they decide to die. Okay. Now, this should work. If my SCSI, I know, PS2, you're angry. Yeah, lap link would be great. Okay, now we gotta wait for 6 hours while it counts all the RAM. This is like when you have 64 megs of RAM installed in your SE30. Click, click, click. Now we're counting the rest of the way. Theoretically, you just need the guest.exe file to use the parallel port zip drive. I do have, I keep a 5 1/4 drive around that has that on it in case I need to move stuff over to my AT. So again, if you like RAM counts, hit that like button. If it's angry, it must know my ex-wife. Come on, give me a drive letter. Give me a drive letter. Yes, okay. D:, dir, copy. Oh, no, we're waiting. There we go. CX486.exe to C:. This is compelling YouTube here. This is what you all came for. All right, let's go to C drive, and now let's go to CX486. Oh no. No, no, no. It does not like this one. Ah, shoot. All right, maybe we have to... Oh man, that's a hard lock. That's a hard lock. Mike's Future Retro. Anyone to work on my jank 2CI? I do love 2CIs, but I'm sort of in a backlog of stuff right now. Okay, well, so that wasn't great. Let's get rid of our parallel port zip disk. We're not going to need that anymore. Maybe, what if we run that other program first and then run the other program? Yeah, let's try that. I know you're not happy. The XGA card, everything yells at me. Speaking of backlog of work, where let me show you this while we're booting. What do we got here? Where is it? Let's go back to here. So this is a SE30 logic board that Dave's Vintage Apple Tech sent me. You can see it's currently missing its math coprocessor, but that's the least of its issues. This currently has 40 one trace repairs that I've gotten to. This part was very battery damaged, and so I got it mostly reassembled. It's making progress. I got all the caps on, and this was off. This is a replacement. These were, well, 2 of these were missing, and the other 4 look like hell. So I got brand new ones for all of the F258s. So it currently does SADMAC, which is really great. The fact that I got it to SADMAC is actually pretty darn exciting. So that was cool, but we're still having some issues with that guy. All right, let's go to dir star.exe. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is cd cx 486 underscore cd slash q, or not even slash q. All right. Internal caching now possible. So that didn't turn it on, but now let's try the CX486 thing. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no. No. Okay, so this does not like to have the cache turned on. Who would have thunk that an IBM would be picky about forcing some sort of a processor upgrade? Okay, well that's annoying. All right, so let's shut you down. All right, so let's try one more thing. Theoretically, the TI should function the same as the Cyrix, but I do have a more different Cyrix. So basically, that was a pointless upgrade. It didn't get you a whole lot. So that's sad. That is very true. If it's a PS2, it's sort of meant to be annoying. They loved being a pain in the butt. Are we free yet? There we go. So let's pop out this one. So this slot can be used for other things. You can have a floppy drive in there. You could have a second hard drive. You could have a CD drive. Ultimately, I would like to get a CD drive in here. All right, so here's the other CPU we're going to try in here. So this is the one we just had, the CX486 DLC33. It was only obviously running at 20 megahertz because that's what this does. But this one is a DRX2. So like a 46 DX2 processor. It can give you it'll double the clock that's in there. And this one looks kind of poopy as well. So this one should theoretically run at 40 megahertz since we have 20 megahertz going into the CPU. And I don't remember doing this. I remember testing out this CPU. Does anyone remember if we had to do this or if that's the way that came? But where's pin 1 on this guy? How come I can't tell where pin 1 is? Oh, that's probably the dot for pin 1. Okay. Now is that going to fit underneath that? Yeah, it fits under there. Okay. Okay, it's in there. See, I think they have this actually set up so if you had two hard drives, they're sort of back to back there. Okay. Let's see if we get things. 3, 2, 1. Wait, are we all? Oh, man, there we go. Let's make sure we're properly grounded. There we go. Okay, got our angry video card beeps. That's fine. Again, if you're coming in late and you wanted to see some FM Towns action, I got a lot of recapping done this week, but the cleanup has just taken a very long time. So we will eventually, hopefully next weekend, put that thing back together. But it was covered in cigarette haze, and so it's just required a lot of cleanup. We'll get there. Counting up, counting up. I guess it didn't make that a whole lot faster. All right, let's see. Let's go to system info. Well, it sees it as Cyrix 40 megahertz, and we booted, which that's very cool. It's kind of funny that the computer only sees 2 megs of RAM. Whatever. Well, that is hilarious. We actually went down in performance here. That is funny. I wonder if IBM forces some kind of a safe mode if it sees weird stuff happening. Let's try cache check. Embrace the IBM vendor lock. Nice, yes. Hello, Makola, the Vault Dweller. The latency is actually lower than it was previously, so it's doing something faster than what it was, but still not seeing our 1K of cache there. This program also sees it only as having 2 megs of memory. That's interesting. I mean, it sat there and counted all 16 megs. Yeah, I forget what your first name is. Camera. Yeah, not a lot of people do OS2 stuff. That would be fun. Yeah, no cache. I did install OS2 on one of my 386/486 computers, but I don't think I ever showed that off. Let's have it run the Doom. Let's do the A. And Razzmatazz, yeah, it's hard to get some of that smell, that basement smell out of computers. Yeah, this doesn't seem faster. Excuse me, this Model 80 is probably going to stay as a 386. I'll have to see if Epictronics has made any progress having somebody hack the BIOSes to better support these things and allow overclocking. Supposedly, if you change the crystal to give it a faster CPU speed, the machine will not boot. Man, today is just a day full of fail. Our hard drive failed, I think, because of an improper SCSI adapter. These CPU upgrades are marginal at best. Be interesting to see what the built-in video does versus the XGA video card. People, go watch some i0386SX videos and tell him how great he is in the comments section. Give him some love. My friend needs some love. We like you, Jesse. While you're at it, go do the same thing for Tech Knight. He's been going through some shit. Give Tech Knight some love as well. Alright, so the last thing we're going to do though is we got to see if that cache software is going to work on this. I have a feeling this is going to be that same 10-ish FPS. Oh, it's worse. Yeah, so just like we saw with the Norton SysInfo, it's slower. IBM is doing something. That is weird. Hey, Eric's Edge, hello. Man, that is excruciating. All right, let's try the cache software, cd /. Okay, so what do we do? I forget what they're called. dir star.exe. What are they called? CX486 underscore CDQ. Internal caching now possible. And let's go to CX486. Oh, look, this worked. So this is saying that it's working. All right, so let's quit and let's try. That's interesting. Let's go to K. I mean, that thing was saying that it was working. Let's go back to here. This one's easy. No, yeah, it's still slower. Let's go to cache check. Yeah, no, it's not showing anything there. Can we quit out of this? No. Cache check just goes. It's what it does. It just goes. Look at that. Uh-oh. Where'd my SCA adapter? Oh, okay, there it goes. So that was interesting that it actually saw the configuration software saw that the cache was enabled. It didn't do a whole mess of poop, but it saw that it was enabled. It's interesting that the two processors saw them function slightly differently. Okay. No cache. Let's just let Doom run one more time. Just because I like to torture the PS2. Watch it be like 150 FPS now. Because we have that 1K of cache theoretically enabled. It's mad, bro. This is not fun. The PS2, I'm torturing it. It's torturing me. It's all back and forth. Yeah. I do kind of want to go play some Doom though. I80386SX knows his shit about compacts. That is for sure. I don't know, is it me or does this feel somewhat faster than the 9.54 frames per second it was? Nope, maybe not. Oh, look at you, you little blocky guys. Yeah, you can almost tell that's a thing. How could anyone play like this? That's sad. Gonna crack 11. It's just going so fast that we can't even perceive how fast it's going. Look at that. That was like, it kind of looked like E.T. Remember that video game, the Atari 2600? That's what that looked like. You're shooting E.T. Ooh, Brad Bell is transforming a compact portable 2 into a luggable Apple II clone. There you go. That's fun. Hey, it's Garth Beagle. You made it to the end. It's okay. There was nothing on this stream except disappointment. It was the stream of disappointment. If you like disappointment, how about leaving a like? Oh God, how disappointing. Oh man, that is sad. 9.28. Our highest that we saw today was 10.55. Oh, what a mess. All right, so let's review our disappointment for the day. Let's shut this off because it's so freaking loud. Okay. So, what did we do today? We tried this Seagate Barracuda drive in here. So again, we need a differential SCSI drive for this. I tried this SCA adapter. I'm pretty sure this SCA adapter will not work because all the grounds are tied together and some of these actually need to be individual signaling wires in differential SCSI like we need here. So even though we had a differential drive, I think our adapter was actually basically screwing us over. So I'll have to see if I can find a better or more different adapter. Anyway, what else did we do? We tried different CPUs. This CPU was actually faster than the 2x multiplier. I have a feeling because IBM realized that something was off and it decided to slow the computer down artificially. So I'll have to check in and see if anyone's hacked the BIOSes on these things. But basically, this 486 DLC did not allow cache enabling, and well, it said it did, but the software to prove that said just crashed. This was not any faster than the original processor effectively. So that was annoying. I showed you how we transfer files over to my PS2 through the parallel port zip drive. And I guess that's going to be it for today. Yeah, so make sure to check out Trina's stream today. I forget if she's going at 3 or 3:30. I forget what she said. Yeah, and another disappointment. Dave's is chiming, but it's sad macking immediately. and we're getting Samasama on the screen. Yeah, so that's going to do it for today. 3:30 Eastern. There we go. We gotta thank my patrons. So my Janka crew: Matt Hargett, Gutbomb, Garth Beagle, Brian Garefort, David Starbuck, Ian Scott, James Hackshack, All Things DG, Chris Angelis, Tech Ambrosia, Scout, Jack68K, Bacchus, Asmodeus Devoluke, Alan Gracia, Rudy's Retro Intel, and Dustin Cooper. Thank you all so much for supplying me the Janka I desperately need to keep doing this thing. Whoa, what happened there? And my Jank team: Mark, Hardware Hacker, Mark Kruger, IIIJY, Charles Bullock, Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, and Mark of Millennium Max. Y'all rock. I appreciate the heck out of you. And so that's going to do it. Have a lovely week, y'all. And as we say here at the Big Bad Bench, if you're a Trumper, go F yourself. Bye, y'all. Oh, no, that first. And then...